There's no rules here, you silly geese.
Hello everybody, Buddington McGee. Gal Gadot coming out in support of Ray Fisher as the Ray Fisher and Joss Whedon saga continues. I'm going to read an article about it, and then I'm going to give my thoughts about it. So, let's get into it. Okay, this article is from Cinema Blend. It says Gal Gadot has commented on Ray Fisher's Justice League reshoot experience, as well as her own, and this is written by Adam Holmes. Justice League has been getting renewed attention this year for two reasons. For one thing, next year we'll see HBO Max releasing Zack Snyder's Justice League, the eponymous filmmaker's definitive vision for the DC Comics superhero team-up tale that's being told as a 4-part miniseries. Elsewhere, Cyborg actor Ray Fisher accused Joss Whedon, who helmed the Justice League reshoots following Snyder's departure, of gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable behavior on the set. Now, Wonder Woman actress Gal Gadot has commented about both Fisher's recent crusade and her own experience with Whedon. Moviegoers will soon see Gal Gadot's fourth outing as Diana Prince when Wonder Woman 1984 arrives in theaters and on HBO Max next week. During an interview with the Los Angeles Times, the conversation briefly turned to Justice League, which was drastically changed during reshoots from what Zack Snyder originally envisioned. Here's what Gadot had to say about both Ray Fisher and Joss Whedon. I'm happy for Ray to go out and speak his truth. I wasn't there with the guys when they shot with Joss Whedon. I had my own experience with him, which wasn't the best one, but I took care of it there when it happened. I took it to the higher-ups, and they took care of it. But I'm happy for Ray to go up and say his truth. So while Gal Gadot wasn't with Ray Fisher when his own problems with Joss Whedon were unfolding, she did have her own experience with the filmmaker that she took care of rather quickly. The actress didn't elaborate further on what she went through, but she's clearly pleased with how things have recently worked out for Ray Fisher. Gadot is the second Justice League actor to come to Ray Fisher's support in recent months, with Aquaman star Jason Momoa sharing an encouraging social media post back in September. And the rest of the article is stuff that's already been talked about previously. If you're not aware of the situation, want to get caught up, I'll link this article in the description box, and you can read it and get caught up. But my initial reaction is I think this is really cool for Gal Gadot to do this. Obviously, it is initially kind of surprising, but at the same time, it's very, very cool to see her stick up for her co-star like this. And it really just adds more weight to Ray Fisher's claims. Obviously, if you don't know, and you just want like the briefest kind of summary of the whole situation, basically Ray Fisher claims that some really fucked up shit happened on the set of Justice League. Apparently Joss Whedon was just really unprofessional with a lot of shit. A lot of stuff that still hasn't been brought to light really. But I mean, from what it seems like he was just, really unprofessional. And, I always felt like there was like a seriousness to the claims because, Ray Fisher's career is probably somewhat affected, by him coming out. Because, I've talked about this in previous videos, about like Hollywood and how they just don't like people saying anything critical about anyone in the industry. And, if you do that, no one's probably going to work with you. It's weird, but it's how they work in Hollywood. It's just this weird system. You can't be critical of all of like who you have worked with and stuff like that. And I get it, but also like, I feel like they should have the right to say stuff if like, your director's being a piece of shit. Cause it seems like Whedon was up to some really weird shenanigans on that set, and it seems like he was definitely instigated by the higher ups, John Berg, Jeff Johns, you probably know if you're watching this, but yeah. So it just, I feel like we're gonna kind of find out more as time goes on. Especially, look, Gal Gadot's a big star. Like she didn't have to come out and say this. Her career is going really well. Obviously Momoa didn't have to come out and say it like either, because he's doing very well as an actor himself. Obviously with Ray, it's different because, Justice League, I feel was like I'm not sure if he had been in a film or television show beforehand, but he was like a stage actor beforehand. So it's just different, because even if things went to shit, he could still get stage work. But these guys, all their eggs are in the basket of the film industry. So, so it's a lot harder for people like them to come out and say this stuff. But it's impressive nonetheless. It just shows that the rest of the cast has a lot of confidence in like what he's saying, and his claims and stuff like that. So I really think there's truth to what Fisher is going on about, and it's even more evident with like some of the stuff that Whedon's been doing recently with him kind of like backing out of projects and stuff like that amid this like investigation kind of thing. It's all very sketchy stuff, and it just it's very fishy. So it's definitely adding up in Ray Fisher's favor. Now, do I think we'll hear anything from Ben and Ezra? Now, I don't think so. Do I think it's impossible? No, especially now that I think Gal saying this kind of stuff is really huge. Jason, it was surprising, but Gal, I mean, she's definitely on the come up. She's in all this shit, coming out soon, and she's becoming one of these big fixtures in Hollywood. So it's impressive, for her to come out and say that. Henry, I really don't know. Henry just doesn't really seem like the kind of guy that's gonna like stir the pot on something like that. Again, Ezra, is in like 2 or 3 different like Warner Brothers franchises or something like that. I know he's doing Fantastic Beasts. He's in The Flash, and I think he's doing some other Warner Brothers stuff. So, I don't think he wants to fuck up that. And Ben, I mean, I don't know. Maybe. It's just I don't think he'll say anything, but who knows? I mean, he does seem like he can be outspoken at times and really reserved at other times. So who knows? I mean, that's 3 cast members now that have said something about their experience with Joss Whedon not being good. So it's looking more evident that what Ray Fisher is saying has some truth to it. Although we don't know the whole story quite yet, we're probably going to find out sooner rather than later. And, I'm definitely on Ray's side on this. There was definitely some stuff going on, and we're probably going to find out about it soon. And, so good on Gal for supporting, her castmate. And, just really cool on her part, and the rest of the Justice League cast for supporting Ray Fisher. That was the video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Check me out at twitter.com @BuddingtonMcGee. And until next time, guys, keep being safe and release that haircut.